Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is a very hard cataract. You can see the brownish black appearance of the cataract. Let us observe this surgery. So the main incision is being placed just posterior to the limbus. This is a 2.8 millimeter incision with a steel keratome. This is a side port on the right side of the main incision, and this is another side port on the left side of the main incision. The side ports are made by the keratome itself. And now an air bubble is injected into the anterior chamber. Beneath this air bubble, Triband blue dye is applied over the anterior capsule. This will help in doing the rexis. Will get some contrast. Red glow is very poor because of the dense cataract. This is a bit of adrenaline to maintain the dilatation of the pupil. Now the dye is washed out using a 23G Simcoe. This is a totally unedited recording. And now (2% hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose is injected into the anterior chamber, and it is applied over the corneal epithelium for better visibility. Now capsulorhexis. The aim is to do a large rhexis with this Utrata forceps. So tear off the anterior capsule, get a tag, hold this tag and go anti-clockwise all around and do this large rhexis of about 6 millimeter. Such a hard cataract, if we do smaller rhexis, nucleus management will be extremely difficult. But this size of the rhexis will help in nucleus management a lot. Now hydrodissection is done at multiple points. The nucleus is tapped and rotated. Some more visco to protect the corneal endothelium. In this case, we are not using chondroitin sulfate, we are using only hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose. And now is the time to introduce the tip of the phaco needle. Was the exposed part of the phaco needle? It is more than in other routine cases. This is to deliver more ultrasonic energy into the substance of the nucleus by my technique called Submarine Chop. Now watch the technique. The tip is buried into the substance of the nucleus. The chopper supports the anterior surface of the nucleus. It goes through the nucleus towards the opposite equator. All the ultrasonic energy is being applied within this nucleus, and now a nice crack. But the two parts are still attached. So rotate 180 degree, one or two scalps, support on part and separate the two parts completely. And this is the larger part. My plan is to divide this larger part of the nucleus into 3 fragments, and this is 1. And the other bigger piece is divided again, and we have got 3 separate fragments. And now I emulsify this fragment, and then this one. Ultrasonic energy from the very beginning is 85%. Flow rate is 45 ml per minute. Vacuum is 450 millimeter of mercury, and this is Oatley Cataract 3. I came out to inject some more visco because I want to protect the corneal endothelium. And now I go again and chop this smaller part into 2 fragments. Get the apex of this part, apply 1 or 2 bursts of ultrasonic energy, and emulsify these 2 fragments. This is the last part on fragment. The last fragment is protecting the posterior capsule. I am applying the ultrasonic energy at the central 3 mm safe zone. The central 3 mm safe zone has corneal endothelium far above and posterior capsule far below. And this is the last fragment. Again divide this last fragment into 2 smaller pieces, and this is the last piece. We have to be very cautious at this time. Watch the stability of the anterior chamber. At this time I come back to Phaco on mode, where the vacuum is only 80 mm of mercury. Flow rate is 25, and I emulsify this last small piece. And now see, there is hardly any cortex left. When the cataract is so hard, it incorporates the epinucleus and the part of the cortex into the nucleus. So the cataract becomes a huge nucleus. Whatever cortex is left is being removed by this 23G Simcoe cannula. A nice cleaning is done. Go through the left side port and remove the cortex from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. There's a speck of cortex left at 12:30. Go through the right side port and remove that. So the cortical cleanup has been very satisfactory. And now I'm going to implant a hydrophobic acrylic single piece monofocal intraocular lens under irrigation. The main wound is enlarged a bit because I'm going to use a B cartridge. And now here goes the intraocular lens. The antechamber is maintained by irrigation. The irrigating cannula supports the anterior surface of the intraocular lens and pushes the trailing haptic in the capsular bag. So the lens has gone into the capsular bag. It is dialed by the irrigating cannula itself. When you use the irrigating cannula, whatever visco was there in the lumen of the cartridge comes out. And now this is closure of the side ports. The corneal stroma on either side of the side ports are hydrated, and these side ports get closed. And now watch the main wound. Such a hard cataract. We have spent a lot of ultrasonic energy, but there is no wound burn. This is the beauty of the design of Phaco needle. It is called easy tip of Otley. The integrity of all the wounds are checked by a cotton-tipped Johnson Bart. Few drops of Moxie is applied over the ocular surface and the case is concluded. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Friends, don't be afraid of challenges. Face the challenges and be a winner. Whenever you overcome a challenge, you gain more experience. Do it with extreme cautions. Be alert. Keep your senses alive and do the surgery. Hope this will help you in improving your competence. Thank you once again.